ESPN's Adam Schefter is under fire for insensitive comments he made while reporting the passing of former Ohio State standout and Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Dwayne Haskins. Now, as we're all aware at this point, unfortunately, Dwayne Haskins passed away earlier this morning after being hit by a car. Obviously, our thoughts and prayers are with the family of Dwayne Haskins, his friends, and everyone who's been affected by this horrific tragedy, and that's what it is. It is a tragedy. But coming out of this, a lot of people have a massive problem with the way that Adam Schefter actually originally reported this news on Twitter. Now, let's go to the graphic and see exactly what he said. In a now deleted tweet, Schefter wrote, quote, Dwayne Haskins, a standout at Ohio State before struggling to catch on with Washington and Pittsburgh in the NFL, died this morning when he got hit by a car in South Florida. Per his agent, Cedric Saunders, Haskins would have turned 25 years old on May 3rd. So look, people, the part that obviously people have a problem with is the part where Adam Schefter said that he struggled to catch on with Washington and Pittsburgh. And are these comments insensitive? Absolutely. Are they necessarily wrong? No. But was this the right time to bring that up necessarily? Especially on a platform like Twitter, when you're just breaking the news. When you're just breaking the news of someone, of not only someone passing away, of someone horrifically passing away at the young age of 24 years old. This is a 24-year-old kid. And for me, it's like when you're the one to break that news, you have to handle it a certain way. Especially when you are the original primary source of this news being broken. You have to handle it a certain way. There's a time to talk about Dwayne Haskins' time in the NFL. And there's a way to talk about it as well. And I think, look, honestly, this stuff never comes away good on Twitter. Like, you can't, like, don't ever try to do anything nuanced on Twitter. It's never going to work. And secondly, when you're just breaking the news of someone passing away, it's probably best to just leave it to the facts of what happened in that situation and just say, former Ohio State quarterback, former Washington football team quarterback, whatever you want to say, Dwayne Haskins unfortunately passed away, etc., details, etc. That doesn't mean that we can't talk about Dwayne Haskins' time with Washington. That doesn't mean we can't talk about his time in the NFL. Doesn't mean we can't talk about his time at Ohio State. But when you are just breaking that news, for that to be the way you choose to do it, it's a problem. And I know Des Bryant, he let out a tweet, or he sent out a tweet earlier today or later after this happened, basically chastising Schefter and other insiders for using NFL players to not only for their own personal gain, but for their own entertainment. And there is honestly a conversation to be had about that, about NFL players and insiders and the role that they play in manipulating narratives and in controlling narratives about NFL players. And there is a conversation to be had about here. Adam Schefter was wrong in this instant, especially the way he broke the news of Dwayne Haskins' passing. He should not have done it that way. I hope he understands that he's wrong. He should apologize. Josina Anderson, by the way, who is also an NFL insider, I believe, also called on Schefter and this other dude who I don't know and I'm not really familiar with. I think his name is like Gerald Brandt or something, or Gil Brandt. I just looked it up. Gil Brandt is the name of this person who also said some things about Dwayne Haskins that were somewhat inflammatory and insensitive for sure. And yeah, I think Schefter 100% needs to apologize. He's wrong here. Again, and it's like not even like he was trying to give analysis on it was just unnecessary in that moment, especially in that particular moment. It was 100% unnecessary. He should apologize, and all insiders should honestly take away a lesson here and talk about and watch the way they talk about these things, especially in this way. Like there's a I said it. I said it even in my video for Dwayne Haskins. You know, like it's hard to talk about Dwayne Haskins. I get it. It's hard to talk about Dwayne Haskins' NFL career without talking about what happened in Washington. But a 24-year-old kid just lost his life. And that I don't know. I think that being like the first thing you say before you even say that he passed away, offering that analysis first, I think is wrong. I think it comes across as scummy. It's definitely insensitive. What more can I say? He needs to apologize. And whoever this Jill Brandt person is, I've heard what he said. I have some quotes actually here about this guy, Jill Brandt. I don't even know who he is. He says some quotes here from what Jill Brandt, not Adam Schefter. This is Jill Brandt. What he said about Dwayne Haskins. Said, quote, he was a guy that was living to be. Wow. Okay. I'm not going to read these actually. Wow. I might have to do a separate video on him. Wow. That's bad. I'll take a listen to that and see if I need to even give that guy any more attention. But Adam Schefter needs to apologize. I think insiders need to watch the way they report this kind of stuff and be more sensitive to the families, be more sensitive to the human beings that they're talking about for sure. And again, hearts, thoughts, prayers go out to the family of Dwayne Haskins and his friends and everyone affected by this horrific tragedy.